In this video, I will explain the key differences between the Oral-B Smart 1500 and the Smart 3000, and I'll also give you my recommendation on which brush to choose. Hey, it's John here from electricteeth. We assist you in selecting the right dental care products and understanding common dental healthcare topics. Just before I give you my recommendation, I want you to know that as not, or if not more important than the toothbrush itself, is how long and how often you brush for and your toothbrushing technique. Click the link in the top right corner to see our guide to taking care of your teeth. It includes all of the important information you need to know. And if you're looking to make your oral care routine more sustainable, there's a link in the description for that too. So then to my verdict and recommendation on which brush to pick. For me, the Oral-B Smart 1500 is the brush to go for. Whilst technically the Smart 3000 is the more capable electric toothbrush, unless you particularly want a connected toothbrush, there's very little reason to pick the 3000 over the 1500. Ultimately, the 1500 will do what most people want from it, and if you're looking for a connected electric toothbrush, potentially you'll want to look at models above the 3000 because of the functionality that they offer. So I'll now move on to the key differences between these two electric toothbrushes, but I do want you to know that there is a full written comparison that accompanies this video. Click the link in the top right corner or the video description to view that. So the first difference is the handle design and the colours. Now, whilst there isn't a significant difference in the overall look and feel of the brush handle, there are a few subtle differences to be aware of. So on the more premium Smart 3000, there's a large rubber grip that runs down the length of the brush handle, and on the back of the brush handle are a number of raised plastic ridges to help keep the brush securely in place in hand. On the Smart 1500, however, there isn't that large rubber grip on the front of the brush handle. Instead, there's a much smaller oval panel that exists around the power button. And on the back of the brush handle, rather than raised plastic ridges, there is a dimpled texture to it, which is a little bit more subtle, but both still are fairly grippy in hand. But overall, probably the Smart 3000 is slightly better from a grip perspective. The Smart 1500 is available in 4 colour options: white, navy, light rose and jet black, compared to the white and black of the Smart 3000. So another difference is linked to the cleaning modes available on these brushes. Both have 3 cleaning modes: a daily clean, sensitive and whitening, but it's the Smart 3000 that has the fractionally more powerful brush motor. This offers up to 9,900 oscillations and 45,000 pulsations per minute, compared to the 8,800 oscillations and 40,000 pulsations of the Smart 1500. Now, maybe if you use these brushes side by side, you might be able to tell a bit of difference, but there isn't a significant difference between them all told. And maybe long term there would be marginal benefit for going for the more powerful Smart 3000, but in reality your brushing technique and how long you're brushing for are going to have a much bigger impact than the power of the brush motors within these two electric toothbrushes. So don't worry too much about that difference, but just be aware it does exist. Whilst the box contents can potentially change, with the Smart 3000 you get either a cross-action or 3D white brush head, whereas with the Smart 1500 you typically only get a cross-action brush head provided. So if you want a particular brush head, you might need to be aware of that. Of course, all of these brush heads can be purchased separately and used with either brush handle. Both toothbrushes have a visible pressure sensor, but the Smart 1500 has a 360-degree visible pressure sensor, whereas the Smart 3000 has a pressure sensor just on the back of the brush handle. What this ultimately means is that when the red light shines because the pressure sensor has been activated, the 360-degree approach on the Smart 1500 makes it a little bit more visible to you and I as users compared to that on the Smart 3000. I wouldn't say it's an absolute deal breaker between these two brushes, but it's a little bit easier to see when you're brushing too hard with the Smart 1500. Perhaps a more significant difference between these two brushes is the Bluetooth technology that is built into the Smart 3000. This Bluetooth connectivity allows you to track how often and how long you are brushing for. This data is stored in a free smartphone application that you can use alongside the Smart 3000. You can actually use the app in real time and you get an on-screen timer. and it will also alert you if you are using too much pressure as you brush. Now, it doesn't track or record or show in real time the exact position of the toothbrush in the mouth and how well you've actually cleaned the teeth. You need to go to a much more premium Oral-B electric toothbrush to get that position detection technology. But the Smart 3000 does have the functionality of actually at least tracking how long and how frequently you're brushing for. So you get an idea of your oral health care routine and can certainly get tips and advice from the application on how you can best improve. Another subtle difference is with the Smart 3000, you do get a brush head storage compartment included, which you don't with the Smart 1500. This storage compartment is like a tray that clips around the provided charging stand. It has a lid which you can lift up, and it reveals a compartment for up to 4 brush heads that lay at a slight angle. So this is useful if you've got multiple users or you're using different brush heads with your toothbrush, but you don't get this with the Smart 1500. Now, the other key difference between these two brushes is the price. The retail price of the Smart 1500 is $79.99 compared to the $109.99 of the Smart 3000. So you can see that the Smart 3000 commands a premium for the Bluetooth technology and the accessories that come included in the box. So that concludes the key differences between these two electric toothbrushes. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you found it useful in helping you decide which is the right toothbrush for you. For more videos like this, click subscribe, and to learn how to improve your oral health with tips and tricks, watch this video here.